Right. I was just like, pre-diabetes? She was like, yeah, like you're just like at the threshold before you have pre-diabetes. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Mm.
She said stay
Yeah,
away from
shit.
sugar, but
And then she
whatever.
was like, I'm gonna prescribe you these pills so you can go full diabetic.
That
And
was her
she
superpower.
she said that my vitamin D is low, and I'm just like, I ain't been out in the sun like for 8 months. Of course it's gonna be low. Like that's what
Yeah,
it
you
says.
gotta
Everybody
take
wants vitamin
supplements.
D.
Right.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
it is
so
what it is.
let's see.
Welcome, Lou. How's it going, brother?
Welcome. Can you change your name from Claire
Oh
to like
man,
your real name?
my name is
You
Claire.
gotta be
Nigga, fuck
James
you
Black
mean?
today.
But because once you get your names, we could do the drop and just start going. All
All
right,
right, let's
cool.
go.
Hey, welcome back to the TWEOM podcast. I'm your host Joel Morris.
It's good. It's your other host, Louis the 15th.
And it's your other host, Walt Rid.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
So,
Man, I'm disgruntled right now.
damn, what happened?
I ain't
You
getting no
look
superpowers,
disgruntled.
man. Shit.
Oh,
No, you
bro, tell me
tripping?
why
I
my
got
dumb
mine.
ass
Man.
really. I'm not gonna lie. I said, look, so I looked at this is what fucked me up when I looked at the clock because it was also Monday. So,
Right.
bro, it's on Monday and shit, right? When I looked
Right.
at the clock, bro, it went from 11:59 to 12, which is the logo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's been in all the
Man.
films. So I literally saw it. I was like, niggas might really be able to. I'm seeing, and I start going like this, trying to bullshit. I was like, nigga.
You-
Head ass.
Hey, you know what? The real gag is that we're not Hotep enough in order to get the powers.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's what it
we not
is.
tapped
We're
into
not
our
tapped
melanin
in.
enough.
We're not tapped into our melanin, man. Look, you black, but you're not black. All right, you're not
How much
blackity
blacker
black.
do you want?
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of also like I don't know. Part of me, I just like how I really had a small part of my mind that said niggas is really
Maybe.
about to get.
Hey, look, it was like Christmas. It was like you don't know. Does Santa exist? I don't know. I don't know.
You see, if you were celebrating Kwanzaa instead of Christmas like
See,
a good
there.
Negro,
Yo, energy
you
would
would
have
have
been
got them
tapped
powers.
into you, brother.
You see, I
Keep eating that swine. I'm trying to tell
I was
you,
about to say,
player.
I was about to say that. I was about to say, oh, I see you still eating that swine, my brother. It was like the name of like our second or third episode, I think. Oh, I see you still eating that swine, my brother.
eating that swan, my brother. Look, there was a 12-step
Man,
program. I failed on step 4. Like we
Yeah,
how'd you eating bacon, nigga?
yeah, man. Oh man. Like I said, man, that's what it was. The content memes was hilarious. Did y'all see that RDC World video?
who?
Nah, I missed that one.
You ain't see the RDC World, them brothers who do like the anime stuff on
The
Instagram
Oh
hood
and
Adam
no
YouTube,
no
Sandler.
no,
and they got the powers, and they was like niggas when they get their first power. You gotta watch that joint. That shit had me rolling. Son.
bruh.
Oh man.
Honestly, but I was thinking about it though. Like from that other video, I think it was Lou. You sent it with the kid that goes a little too hard on anime.
Oh
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah.
and I was like, damn man, anime just be exposing like the way of the world. Like I never thought of in Naruto the Uchihas as like the subjugated people, because they had their own like
Mhm.
little section of the
Well,
village.
that's honestly coming full circle with Attack on Titan.
A word, see, like
This
it.
latest season.
Damn,
Are
I'm
you
missing
caught
out.
up?
Nah, nah, nah. I
Hell
stopped in
no.
season 2.
Oh man. It
Nigga.
might go
Yeah,
down as one of the greatest stories ever told.
word, because it was
Tag on
dry as
Titans? Damn.
fuck for a
Yeah,
little
like
bit.
nah, I got it in my top 5. It's just I have to bow down to the dude. He
Uh,
brought this shit full circle in a crazy way. And this last
Okay,
season is insane so far, and it's just
well, it's
anticipation.
only
Um,
4 seasons, right?
yeah, this is the final
is it
season,
ended?
so it's actually only
Word.
like this is episode 63 that just aired, I think. So it's
Okay.
overall total for the whole all the seasons only like the 63rd episode. So, but I don't know, man. It's just crazy what's going on. But I
That's
understand what you're
crazy.
saying with the anime and like how it reflects the world. That's good
Right, right.
storytelling though, on average. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it
yeah,
was just those. You start playing back things. You're like, damn man, like this could easily be
yeah,
like a Jewish person or a black person or
mm-hmm,
just a subjugated class. Like,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
But they also had a special skill set.
Right, and that's why I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna get superpowers because I'm like, if the Uchiha have it, then
The gag is you niggas been have superpowers. You just keep eating that fucking swine. How many times I gotta tell y'all?
hey,
Like,
yo,
But
but
that's
health
the
is
thing.
good, my
But
guy.
that's genuinely the thing about it, where it's like we already have them. We got to tap into
been
it. We
there.
got to tap into what yours is. This is where you just bring it
Right,
into the realism of mindset. I think where it's
right.
like, for instance, I'm glad this trended in a way. It's kind of weird. I saw the RDC World sketch, and my first thought was, because the niggas was like, they was cracking jokes. They was like, so we gonna do everything y'all did to us in the 1700s, 1800s. And the dude was like, he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I said, we're going to treat y'all how y'all treated us in the 1800s. If y'all treated us good, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So that nigga said, and then the dude's like, you talking about slavery? And one nigga was like, oh, you said it first. You said it. It was just crazy. It was just, y'all got to watch it. I don't know why y'all haven't seen this shit. This is ridiculous. Y'all need to see this shit. But it's funny as fuck, though, because as you're watching it, it's just like, but then I thought about this shit. I was like, they already be thinking we got super strength and shit. That's why cops put 6 in your ass and then handcuff you. Like, you gonna move afterwards.
Right.
So I was like, yo,
They
white
be
people, what are
screaming,
there some
"Do
white
not
people out
move."
there who really think niggas got powers now?
Absolutely.
They do, man.
I
Oh,
saw
man.
those posts on Twitter. I know what's going on. I know what's up.
This is
I
why
feel like niggas
this is
woke
why it
up.
all.
I feel like niggas woke up and thought December 21st was gonna be like the Big Bang. Y'all remember in Static Shock? They gave all the
Oh
niggas
yeah, the Bang
superpowers.
Babies is more. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bang Babies. I'm like, you greasy motherfuckers.
Nah, man.
Oh,
For me, it's just like, I don't know,
boxing and
man.
work.
I don't know. I think if you got something you could tap into as a skill set, then do that shit. Turn it
Facts,
into a
and
superpower, man. Like, shoot, you can't tell me
absolutely.
Simone Biles ain't a superhero. Shit,
Oh
you know
gosh,
what I'm
that
saying?
girl is so strong.
Strong as a motherfucker, but
Then
she
have the
like can
powers.
jump. She can jump
Jeez,
over
man.
all 3 of us, nigga. Like,
Yeah, like with ease.
Facts.
yeah,
Like
you know what I'm saying? Like, shorter than all of us, but jump over all of
right.
us, like just a springboard.
Agile, graceful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Uh,
she's sexy as fuck to me.
God, man.
Simone
Yeah.
Biles, that little joint, right? The little gymnast.
Yeah, she
Yes,
got like
yes.
she got a look about her, you know what I'm saying?
She is the best gymnast in the
I mean, she has that
world.
gymnast body. I've never been really attracted to like the overall gymnast body because it's kind of
I don't know.
short,
Give me that muscle.
like
Yeah,
but it's
never
short,
been my
muscular.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind long and like muscular, like or like not muscular, but in shape and fit. But it's like her
Mhm.
joint, but she is like really beautiful in the face. So it's like,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying? My thing is so we didn't get superpowers. Let's move on to the next thing.
I got superpowers, but anyway.
Let's talk about these
Uh,
albums. You know what I'm saying?
let's rock.
Jumping right into it.
I don't want us to forget about it and like put it on
Okay.
the. I mean, you guys want to talk, or do we have something else to talk about? Oh, I did share in the group that
Oh,
clip,
famous Dex.
famous Dex. That was
Hmm.
dope.
Hmm.
Where all these celebrities got together and put like a kind of intervention together online for this nigga
Right.
and really try to talk to him. And NLE Chopper started that joint. I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
this is the importance of having mental health in the main zeitgeist discussion.
And you know what? I
Yeah.
like the fact that it was done through Clubhouse.
Yeah, an exclusive
Yeah.
app that you got to be invited to.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And I think they should continue that format, or at least I think Clubhouse should continue that because I don't
Yeah.
think it would have transpired if it was on Twitter,
Yeah, and
or if there
it's
was a larger
no.
audience.
I realize you need
Right.
a group of peers.
Yeah. Yes.
Meaning, it can't be some niggas on Instagram. That's never going to help you.
Right. Right.
No social media is ever going to help anybody with anything.
Nah.
That's just what the conclusion I've come to, except for communicating with people. That's the only
That's
thing it
it.
ever
Yeah.
helps with communication.
Hmm.
Aside from that, it's not going to help you feel better about your life. It's not going to help you end racism. It's just going to help you communicate a way to end racism. It's going to help you communicate a way to maybe improve your life, but it's not going to help you do those things
Yeah.
as the object itself. That's all it is. But it can make you depressed. It can't try. It can do the negative things to you. It just can't do the positive things for you.
Yeah.
So to that point, I think the thing about like he had this group of people who are his peers invite him to this exclusive space, have a conversation with him. It's not live on IG. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's in a real setting where you have to be somebody to be there.
Right.
So anything that these people are giving you, any advice they're giving you, you feel like it's coming from a valid place. They've been through what you've been through. They know what the struggle is. Um, yeah, so like I said, I think Clubhouse is interesting because you gotta get invited to be there, so it's gonna stay kind of exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, but
Not
shout
really.
out to what was it? They said NEL Chopper.
NLE Chopper,
There was
NLE.
another dude that was
there's some other people, but that was the most
right.
famous one I recognize.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I
well,
respect that. I mean, that ain't nothing but an online, family intervention,
Well,
essentially.
yeah,
right.
I'm looking like, but that's all we got, man. I'm seeing all these black people coming out their pocket, buying out Walmart, so people coming there and get gifts. Rick Ross did it. Tiana Taylor. Hold on. So was it Saweetie?
Sweetie.
Someone
She
else bought
probably
out a
She
did.
did
Walmart. She
something.
didn't. She didn't do it. It wasn't Sweetie.
Oh,
Um,
oh, she ain't got it like that not yet.
no. It's not that.
She
It's
was about to
sh
guess.
Nah, they've been buying gifts for like. It was funny. I saw Lizzo bought her mom a car, I
Oh,
think,
that's wonderful.
and then like Puff, like 2 days later, gave his mom a check for $1 million and a new whip.
Like, that ain't shit for Puff, but I still respect it.
Bro,
I'm
I
not.
still respect it too, but it was just funny to me. I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like the amazing gift you worked hard. I'm not saying anything, but like you have to understand, like, that is an intentionally harmful image to so many people right now to just put extravagant gift giving online.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
mind you
actually
doing it.
I
If it's
want to
your
talk about that.
if it's your social media, that's fine. People go to your social media, but as the shade room and all these blogs, don't you dare repost that right now. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You don't have to highlight or like if I scroll by Cardi and Cardi giving somebody a car or something, that's cool. That's on her page. I shouldn't then have to be forced to invite that thing through media blackout, the shade room, baller alert. Like I shouldn't
But
have
you're
to.
not forced though.
I'm not, but when I see it on her timeline, that's cool. I follow her. That's a choice. It's
Mm.
something she's sharing as a. But you don't have to take it to the blogs. Don't have to take it and make it something that's going to pop up multiple times because I follow those blogs too. So
Because
that's
you're
all I'm saying.
seeing you're
Yeah,
seeing the original and then the copy and then the copy and then the copy and the so instead of just seeing it once, you're seeing it 5 times maybe.
exactly. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not tripping because like I'm not hard up. Like I'm fine. I got a house. I got water. But there's people who's really struggling right now. And like I said, it's fine. If you follow Cardi, you know that's what Cardi's gonna do. But these blogs, I just don't understand the impetus of them taking it and then running with it. I'm just like, this is just
I mean
not this year.
that's their
I
news
don't. I
cycle. That's
mean,
their brand. So
Yeah, what you about to say,
I
Luke?
mean, I'm not mad at the blogs because again, that's just what they do. But somebody did post something that I thought was interesting because everybody know what 2020 was like. But a shorty posted something that was like, if you one of those niggas just out here talking about, and I've seen them, I follow them too. The people, some of them I know personally. If you one of them niggas talking about something, oh, if you ain't come out of this quarantine with a new skill, a new side hustle, X, Y, Z, blah, blah. Like, if you one of those type of niggas or you one of those type of pages, like, go fuck yourself because niggas is legit out here getting fired, losing their jobs. Niggas is dying, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And all you
niggas are
talking about is
struggling.
like, niggas is struggling and you talking about like, you ain't come out of this quarantine with a side hustle. They call that, and I just learned this
Mm.
term maybe like a month or two. They call them niggas LLC Twitter, and Forex Twitter. Them type of niggas always trying to like put some shit in your face, like
Yeah,
you see, you need to be trading stocks and buying property with that six
Question.
hundred dollars. And
yeah.
I'm like, well, fuck yourself, man. Like if you
Uh
made it through this year, like pat yourself on the back. Like fuck all that
Facts.
extra
X.
shit. This
Is
ain't the year.
that's what is LLC Twitter the same as Wake Up Now Twitter?
Yes,
Like it,
Forex, Wake Up Now, LLC is all the
Oh
same
yeah,
dude.
all the MLM people, man, they
you know
coming
what's
back.
what's funny though. I've been trying to stay cognizant and aware of how those things mentally affect you, right? So I see some
Mhm.
shit that do pump me up and do get you energized and do make you want to go conquer some shit, right? But
Mm.
then the problem with that is you don't get off your phone. You keep scrolling.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see something else that's gonna make you be like, dang, she bad. Oh man, that is fucked up. Dang, they killing niggas today again. Like, so it you don't ride it because it's like a it's just a little shot of it, just enough to
Mm,
hit you with it. So I get what you're saying. Like, it does get annoying, especially this time of year. All I'm saying is just like a mindfulness from these places where are people, or even those type of people where they're like, if you're one message for people right now, ain't yo, congratulations, you made it. You know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
be the start your business, do all these different things on January 2nd. You can be that nigga again. Ain't nobody tripping over that. But for
mm,
right now, there's people who can't see family members, people's who had like 20-year Christmas traditions up and fucked right now because they can't go see nobody.
right.
So it's just like these things are important to people on huge levels. And all I'm saying is, if you're like a person or entity that has the capabilities to sway how a person feels, even if it's for 5 to 10 minutes that they scroll past your shit and think about it, I just think you should be ultra careful with it. Like, for instance, I love to see the selflessness right now. I'm loving when I see this people went donated here. They can. I saw Travis Scott was handing out goods in Houston. I love to see those things right now because I realize we live in a capitalist society. So anything you want to be a trait of the main populace has to be marketed. You have to market philanthropy. People always be like, do you have to get your camera out and show when you give something or when you help somebody else? And I'm like, no, you don't. But I'm not going to be mad at you doing it because I understand the importance of marketing. Back to what I was saying with the famous Dex thing. Mental health has been a discussion that's permeating the
Buzzword.
culture, and Solomon the guy has been a big part of it in a lot of ways, along with other celebrities like Taraji P Henson and Tracy Ellis Ross and Yara Shahidi. Like, these conversations have been
Right.
happening more and more in our spaces. So when I saw this, just this other rapper took the impetus to just be like, "Yo, let's talk to homie, really try to get us some help," because these
Mm,
labels don't give a fuck. Nobody else gives a fuck. I just like to see that right now. Rick Ross buying out the Walmart, being like, yo, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got these people, let them come in here and get some gifts. Let them give
Labels.
their kids a couple toys that's going to break in 8 months. So they can, like, I remember how that made me feel on Christmas morning, just knowing some shit was under the tree. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Shit worked for about 3 weeks, 3, 4 weeks.
right.
Like, I remember
You
I
forgot
got the
about it.
laser gun. Remember the laser pointer, like the laser gun Drake?
Yeah,
We had the
boy.
vest with it. All that shit. That shit never even worked right. It don't be working like the commercials,
man,
nigga.
I
Remember them?
remember
Them commercials.
last Christmas, my little brother,
Bro.
he got a piano and a guitar, right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you,
Damn.
this little nigga is 4 years old.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah.
so he saw the piano and he was like, ah, like he's screaming and whatnot because he's super excited about it. My dad puts in the batteries and immediately just mashing it like we
Yeah.
just had to take that shit away from it because we're like, hey yo man, you gonna break this
Yeah.
if you treat it like that. We
Yeah.
didn't even bother giving him the guitar because it's like this shit is
Yeah.
it's
The matching
microwave, you
battery.
know.
Well, it's
But
like as soon as he see
seeing
a
that
video of
joy on his
anybody
face though,
smashing a guitar, he's smashing his guitar.
oh absolutely, that's it, you know. But for those like 2 minutes where he was like super excited, like that's
Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget that, and
Yeah.
you know
But like I said, I
that's the
don't
magic
mind you
of it.
sharing that video. Like, I'm cool. Like I said,
Yeah.
if I'm on your timeline, I just saw Quavo bought Saweetie a whip. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, it's one of
So
those things.
social.
Yeah, it's what happens when you follow people who got or are doing better than you in life. It's just a byproduct of it, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what it is. It's not no one's fault. But at the end of the
When y'all
day,
make your millions, are you gonna buy your girl a car?
Hell no.
yeah, you know, I was actually thinking about this, man. I was thinking about this.
This,
Like,
this
I
nigga's
think I'm
low.
one of those people that I think I'm one of those people that I would do. I want to my biggest ambition and dream being like a millionaire is to like do that, like rent out one of those like nice ass resorts,
Mm,
take about 25 of the rooms and just bring all my family
mm,
to a massive trip overseas and just rent out this resort, like half of this resort for the squad. Let them take
Yeah.
advantage of all the amenities and just have everything covered and paid for everybody for that whole like 4 days we're there or something. That's
yeah.
always been my biggest goal is just to do something like that. We got like a beach, you got access to a beach, and I just want to do something like that on that grand of a scale, kind of like do a family reunion, but like overseas or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just pay for everybody. That's always been my biggest dream. That I would, because it's a personal dream of mine. I will have to share it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I get when people buy their mama house. Yo, let's put this out there. I get those things. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I understand it to a full degree because it's something we all do when we get successful. It's something we want to share. But I think there's certain things that I'm aware that I just wouldn't have the need to show people I did. Um, like
Get that.
for me, it's like I would just buy my mom the house, and then of course you want a video of her seeing it, but
Mm.
for the first time, just being surprising her with a house. You want a video to surprise, right? I think that's dope. But in terms of if I just got her one, I don't think I would need to like make sure a cameraman's there and hey yo, hand the joint, be my mom. I think it would just be because I think she would do it.
Mm-hmm.
She would go on social media, look what my son did and all
All
that
right.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but then I thought about it. Some people don't need to. Some people when they go on vacation, they gotta show us the pictures. Some people don't. They might show us one picture of their foot on a beach chair or some shit. But
I
like,
don't. I don't understand why a nigga like Puff. I mean, I don't know who was recording that video. I don't know if Puff was like, "Whip your phones out." I don't know why. Like he was
nah,
like, there's a video of him giving his mom. I'm like, bro, you've been a millionaire since
Since you were
since
19
I
years
was
old.
born. I mean, not that early, but like you've been a millionaire since the '90s. Like I'm sure you're giving your mom plenty of cars, plenty of $1 million checks. I don't know, but of course, big respect. I just
well, no,
don't.
she actually was like, she was shocked. I don't know. I think,
Yeah, he was still shocked. That's
I
the
mean, I think
crazy
she's been
thing.
taken care of, but I mean, you gotta have a lot of money to give somebody a mill,
$1
bro.
million, yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
he's almost a billionaire.
I understand that, but that could be wrapped up in his entities and his assets and his properties. Like,
Right.
to give someone
Um,
liquid cash, like just
right.
a milli, boom.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Deposit that.
I get it, but that
Yeah,
nigga worth at least $750 million.
I agree. But I'm just saying you can't really do that until you are worth 750 million.
Man, you know
That
the
is, I'm
I
like,
don't
yo,
think I
you
don't think
got
two.
niggas is
I'm
tripping.
just saying, $400 million puff couldn't do that. That's all I'm saying.
You
He might
think,
have did
man?
500,000, but I'm just, bro, a mill just
I
it's
feel
and a
like
car, a
he had
mill
a
and a
mill
car.
legit
after a
cash.
year where there's been no income because Ciroc ain't circulating like that. Most clubs is
Mm.
closed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh
this has
well, I
been a
mean
rough year
that's
for
America.
anybody making business. And that's another thing I was talking about. This $600
True, but
bullshit with this
y'all
stimulus
money.
check.
Wait. Okay, all right, go for it. Go
That
for it.
Yo,
is, bro, that's Congress smacking us with their dick, bro.
Nah, that is fucking
facts.
Mitch demon ass McConnell trying to muscle his fucking way around.
This is my
That
thing,
nigga
right?
pissed in
I
my
wish he can
coffee
get
and told me
stabbed.
it was sweetener, bro.
This is my thing, right? Trickle down economics.
It does not work.
Of course it fucking doesn't.
At all.
The biggest sign that you have to show that it doesn't work is that the 1% got richer when the economy failed this year.
Hmm.
So that lets me know it's trickle up or suck up. They sucking out our money. Because if you look at it this way, like trickle down is the theories behind it. If you take care of rich people, then rich people take care of us. But no, nigga, if that's the case, they should have been losing money this year as they were taking care of us.
Right.
But the fact that they were gaining money while we were struggling and lose jobs and businesses and shit just lets you
Right.
know this trickle down shit is bullshit. All these conservative talking points is bullshit. Like,
Absolute
and
bullshit.
even if they bring up a good point on the economical, like just the way economies work and just that simple, basic premise that they
Hmm.
make arguments from, no one on that side is doing that shit.
Right.
Like no one is over there protecting the free market. Nobody's doing that shit to the way that these conservative people, these talking heads like to portray, like Ben Shapiro and all them. None of these motherfuckers do that
Right.
shit, bro. This is our fucking money. They've given it all to these rich ass corporations so they wouldn't lose profits this year. But they
Hmm.
didn't in turn say to
Because
themselves, let me take care of my employees or the people below me. Like,
Hell no.
nah, because
The
they
funny
they
part
see
of
it as go ahead, Lou.
no, you go ahead.
All right.
You just
I
talking.
just see it as the corporations, the senators have already invested in them, so they just want their dividends back, like we saw earlier in the year with those four senators, making quick, trades in order to make some money.
yeah.
Um, but but that's all it is. I mean, and then on top of that, when you work at a when you are the worker, you are a cog. And
Of
how
course.
easy is it to replace a cog? How easy is it to replace a nut or a bolt or
Mm,
something rather insignificant? And you need it in order to, hold it together. But
mm,
I mean,
yeah.
unless everybody leaves at the same time, man, you ain't gonna worry about, oh, 500,000 people lost their jobs. Well, we still got 10 million people that are employed.
Yeah.
So what is that if yeah, like
Well, it's also this part of
Yeah,
it where yeah, go ahead, Lou.
all I was gonna say is that, like, first of all, yeah, we've been on trickle down economics is bullshit. But more importantly, it's like, if you just give niggas money, like, bro, the economy just goes up because, like, niggas got shit to buy, and I'm not even
right,
talking about like when niggas have money, like, you going to the movies more. So the movie theater staying open, niggas going out to eat when they got money, niggas buying shit they actually need because they got money. Like, it's kind of like that Angie Yang thing. Like, if you give niggas just some fucking money, like, the economy's gonna go
That's-
up. Like, niggas is gonna go out and spend that
like
shit.
I said, the
right.
math doesn't even
So
support their ideology at this point. Like,
No,
at
but you know
all,
what? Trumpito came through and was like 600.
600.
MAGA.
And my man said, I'm gonna need
Yeah,
2K on this bitch to
two
ball on
bands for
y'all
all my
niggas.
niggas.
Look, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, look, hit it. End on a good note, Trump. End on a
But
good
hey,
note.
you know what?
End on a good note. I still want you to
There's
go to
always
jail,
a
but end on a good
possibility
note.
to improve.
Like I
Oh
said,
yeah,
end on a good
absolutely.
note.
Like,
End on a good note. And this is
yeah.
the thing.
Instead of getting shanked, you might just get beat up.
When I
But
saw the
like,
Trump set, when I tried to, I thought about this shit. I said that'd be hilarious if Trump just like stepped to the podium one day and was like, "Yo, I just figured out it's these motherfucking rednecks behind me that's fucking shit up." He's like, he was like, "I just figured it out." Because bro, at this point, I'm full fledged willing. We got to start roasting people from Kentucky like people from Florida. They deserve it.
oh yeah,
Mm.
no,
We're
they
suffering
absolutely
from these
do.
Yeah,
motherfuckers right
yeah.
now. We are suffering
Yeah,
because of Kentuckians. Y'all ain't off the hook no more. Kentucky, you're getting shots now. I'm turning the heat up. I want people thinking Kentucky, like
you know
people
we're
think
gonna
about
we're gonna
people from
throw
Alabama.
Tennessee in that bitch too.
No, because I realize Kentucky be sliding on the radar. They don't get the same. They don't get the same perspective on them that
Look at they
Alabama.
chicken, bro.
The
They're
the
the panhandle.
Kentucky doesn't
What?
really have an. We know they racist, but there's a lot of places. But it's just
Yeah.
like they don't have that. Like for instance, Alabama, sleeping with the sister.
All right.
We have those
Mississippi.
connotations associated with these poor places. Exactly, dirt
Right.
poor. Mississippi, dirt poor.
Right.
Kentucky is kind of like,
Louisiana. Oof.
but I realize Kentucky is the problem right now, bro. Stop electing this motherfucker and the people like him. Like, because like I
Step in
said,
the
man,
niche though.
I'm just saying, bro, how much does it's like, yo, man, how people always say all black people be like, we be caring about symbolism too much and shit. And I'm
Mm.
like, motherfucker, that's America.
Yeah.
Republicans ain't doing shit for poor. No, they don't do shit for these motherfuckers that vote for them. All they do is vote for the symbolism because they get on there. They're coming for Christmas. Who? Who's coming for Christmas, nigga? Dog, they got you more angry at a poor immigrant trying to come over here and work at Wendy's than the motherfucker Mitch McConnell who got paid $130,000 this year to not pay us a total of 1,800 because it's our taxes, nigga. We paying these niggas. Like we all pay. Like that's what I'm saying. They're not giving a shit. We're paying ourselves $1,800. That's all he told us.
It's just one big cash advance that we've been doing.
No, I'm counting the 1,200 and the 600. If the 600 comes, like
Right.
I'm just like, bro. But meanwhile, you designated
You
that.
mean when that two bands comes?
But that's what I'm saying. If it was real
Hey,
trick,
look.
if they truly believe in trickle down economics, when it came time for all the rich people to take a hit this year, they would have took the hit.
Mm,
But they didn't.
mm.
They got richer.
Nah, cause fuck y'all.
It's Kelly Loeffler keeping your stocks there and losing your money.
Mm.
You know what I'm
So who
saying?
else was shocked when they found out that she's like one of the richest like senators? That Kelly Loeffler shorty
I was
from
more shocked
Georgia.
to find out how she actually became a senator. This nigga just gave her a job.
Wait, they can just give
That's
up seats
true.
like that? I thought there had to
Yeah,
be
they
an
just
election.
she wasn't elected. She was put in by a dude who retired. Like he just said, yeah, she got the keys. They basically just handed her the keys
Oh,
to the
that's
whip.
a come up for her. Oh, she's
Shorty got banked, my nigga. Let me
man.
look up her net
Oh
worth
man,
again.
because she was probably in the private sector. Like, all
These
right, this is what I'm about
motherfuckers
to make
own
this
her
much
husband
for.
owns the New York Stock Exchange. Like,
Bruh.
come on, son. That's what I'm
All
saying,
right.
bro. Like we see, like that's what I'm saying. We
Okay.
see,
Okay.
but this is the thing. She'll get the votes just because
Oh
she's
man,
white. The racism,
she can never be black.
the
Like she
racism,
can never be black.
Oh,
the blonde, and like you have to. That's what I'm
the
saying, man.
racism,
Like,
bro. That's all you
but
gotta say.
the racism is. It's not even like, for instance, y'all aren't legally, and we see it when they get caught on camera. Y'all aren't legally allowed to treat us like second class citizens anymore. You go to jail and get fired for that shit. When you call us nigga or fire somebody because they
Legally.
black. Legally, if we catch you and if someone reports it, we got to do our due diligence on our end. But technically, there are metrics in place to protect us from certain things now, right? And so what I don't understand is the whiteness doesn't even give you as much as it used to. But y'all are so you try to re-up this investment. If Kelly wins and Purdue wins, both these motherfuckers move stocks. They are scammers all day, bro. If both of these
Mhm.
motherfuckers win, it is solely based on the principles of they are white Christians or claim to be
Mm-hmm.
white Christians. That's the only thing. So,
Sure.
but I'm like, because there's nothing else there. They're the rich people that just
Like
should not.
I actually, for the first time, I watched pretty much damn near her whole. I think it was like the first debate she had against what's Brahman that she running against, the preacher,
Warnoff,
um,
Joseph
Warnoff. And I'm like, bruh,
Warnock,
she is
Warnock, yeah,
a
Warnock.
where Warnock. She is a terrible, terrible speaker. Like she's literally out there sounding like a programmed bot, just saying the same old talking points, hitting them notes. I'm like, yo, for real, this bitch won, son. Yo, Shorty worth $800 million.
Excuse me,
800 million. I just googled this shit.
Yeah,
$800 million, bro.
yeah,
bro.
bro. And honestly, it's more than that. It's just she's not. They're not counting the assets she has overseas that they're hiding, of course.
Probably not. But bro, that nigga, that shit is ridiculous. She went in Georgia, man. I don't. Yeah, it's literally just it's just the W. You know that is what you just gonna run with. I feel like that's what it is most times. When people be
Mhm.
voting.
It's crazy though, man. Like I said, man, when I saw that meme, we paid these niggas $130,000 to give us $600. So no, we paid
Imagine
them $130,000 to spend 9 months trying to decide to give us $600. All we had to do was cut these niggas pay for this
damn.
year, and we could have got more money. Call all these niggas, bro. I'm just tired of these niggas. Like,
Hey, when was the last time like the U.S. Capitol was stormed and burned
bro, I'm not gonna
down?
lie. I thought about that scene from Dark Knight Rises with Bane, how all these rich people get dragged out their
Right,
house, put on.
right.
Bro,
Like I
it's getting
mean,
there, bro. $600, nigga. Dog, you slapped us in the face.
Son,
And I
I
because
need
I'm
just
not gonna
burned
say
that.
all like the rich people need to go, but just like the senators, like if we round up all the because the rich people want to be the senators, so
they
No,
already
they
are.
don't. They pay the
no,
senators.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
literally
Like if
pay
we
the
got
senators.
one
They
rich
are the
person
senators.
replaces, we drag the senators
Yeah.
out, bow, 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 whatever that means. If if you want to continue to be a senator and run in the same way that these other senators were, be our guest. The same results will apply.
Well, see, and then this is where they get into and this is when you find out like the same motherfucker who is paying pretty much the money behind that senator is also the money behind your local conservative pack, and it's also the
Yeah,
same money that's behind your local industries or your local companies, or not even local, but the conglomerates and the big boys, right? And it's
mm-hmm.
like that's why I get remiss when I see a massive corporation like Nike be like Black Lives Matter, right? Because you also are aware that they're donating money
Mhm.
towards conservatives.
Right.
They give guns to both sides, and it's like, and the problem with this is at some point you have to, bro. $600, like that is
Nigga.
disrespectful.
One time,
One time, $600. That is disrespectful.
bro.
And then on top of that, it's not even everybody that's getting it. They said if you make under 75,000,
Yeah,
you'll get it, but
yeah.
if you make over that, you won't. So it's not even
No, but
like.
if you have a company and have employees, so you can get your PPE loans that got more funded. So
Yup.
you can
Oh, so I
base,
mean the money they should have gotten
yeah.
the
And
first
all the niggas
time
that
is
ran
actually
scams
getting
on
it.
that shit, they're gonna find the black people first.
Absolutely, they
We
always
see
do.
them, yeah, exactly. They're gonna find all the black people who ran scams. 'Cause I know some white people personally who did some bullshit. And they motherfuckers, they not gonna get caught.
No,
Because they are under that
no,
umbrella. This is, and I guess this is why they still put Mitch in there, because they know that whiteness of, that's the layer of
it's gonna
whiteness that they
protect them.
protect. Yeah, they protect that layer of whiteness, that layer of whiteness
Ah,
that is allowed to be Olivia Wade, whatever fuck Jade, her mom.
mm,
That shit they get to do. Where I get to go to Club Fed for 2 months, slap on the wrist for
Upset.
fraud. But this mom, this black woman's in jail because she changed her address so her kid can go to a better school.
better
Like,
school.
Club
Oh
Fed
man,
is lit up in that joint.
bro, they
absolutely.
R.I.P.
litty,
Jeffrey
dog.
Epstein.
And then they
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 say we
have
about to get
laws
Aunt
where,
Becky.
bro, if you rob a company of millions of dollars like Bernie Madoff type shit, and you've caused the homelessness and depression of millions of Americans just because you took money at the top level, they set it up so these niggas don't even go to the real jail. They go to the white collar shit where they got tennis
Yeah,
courts and they
Yeah, I
basically,
always wondered about that. Like white collar crimes in nature, they deem them non-violent, but they're
they're the
very
most
violent.
violent. They're
Like
horribly violent.
yeah, because
very
like what
detrimental.
Madoff did, he lit. There was one news article I was listening to a couple of years back, and this lady, she was, I want to say she was in her 50s at the time. Her and her husband, they had their whole life savings, probably like $45,000, like saved up cash, both of them.
Yeah.
They gave it to Madoff as a check. They said, "All right, here's 90. All right, you're gonna invest this for us. You know, we plan on retiring with this money. All right." Madoff, they get a call from Madoff. Hey, it's 150 now. All right, and they're like, "Oh my god!" They think they are set. They quit their jobs. Then Madoff thing all happens, and then the husband dies. And so now, like, she doesn't have a job. Her husband's dead, and all her money's gone. Like, and then it's like, well, you got
American
to deal
dream.
with it yourself. Right, right. Like, how
Yeah.
is that not violent? That is,
That's
it's
horribly violent.
egregious.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, bro. It's a
Throw
bunch of
that
white. It's a
nigga in
bunch
there,
of white men,
Rikers.
bro. It's a bunch of white men set rules for themselves. That's what Obama was talking about with this super majority shit. That's some
Right.
bullshit they made up during the civil rights era, where it was like, yeah, we should make it so you have to have 60 votes instead of just 51, like anything else. That's a majority rule. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
that's
because how
stupid.
how how dare somebody's heart become swayed when a compelling argument comes across?
Well, that's what keeps all them powers in the hands of them fucking places like Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's screwing. That's what I'm saying, bro. All this shit is just fucked and rigged for the oligarchy to run this shit. So, and then they use the propaganda machine, Fox News. So as soon as somebody start talking about doing some shit, socialism.
Yeah,
Watch out
like
for that
social.
socialism.
Speaking of
Must
social,
be nice. It
have
must be
y'all?
nice to have enough money to like pay fucking or start a corporation to just literally push your propaganda, which is what Fox 5 News is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just must be nice, man.
Well, you have to look at
But go
it,
ahead,
but
Walt.
they're working in unison as always. Media, religion, and well, I guess it's hard for science to do it as much. But I don't know since these vaccines and shit. But anyway,
Yeah.
I would say
those have
media,
always been their
religion,
theme
entertainment,
means, their main means of pushing any
media.
levels of division. It's
Mhm.
always, we're going to make pseudoscience up about black people, gay people. We're going to make pseudoscience up about, we're going to put bullshit religious text out about black people, and then we're going to, it's the same shit again. So now they have the church. You're giving money to these mega churches, and they tell you it's socialism for them to give it back to you.
Speaking of which, this new stimulus bill apparently like religious organizations can apply for like PPE now, even though
Mhm.
them niggas is already like tax exempt, so they ain't paying taxes, and they could just like that nigga Joel Osteen. I just saw a story that nigga took out like was it 40 million in PPP loans?
Why does he
I'm
need
like,
40 million?
Cause
nigga,
he
you
can't.
already a multimillionaire
He
and
don't
you
want
run
to
a
take the
church.
hit. He doesn't want to take the hit. He don't want it to trickle
Hey, you
That's
know
down.
what?
crazy.
Honestly, I would respect it more if he just said that. Like if a rich nigga just came, I'm like, I don't want to
Like,
take the hit for that. I'm gonna apply for this
But
loan.
let me
I'm
give
like,
you
hey, you
the.
know what? Cool.
He's going to spin it, and this is the liberal spin he's going to put on it. I take care of multiple people and employ them, and I've had to provide
of
financing for
course.
them this year.
Nigga, no.
And,
Do
but
you
then
no, like cause I'm
that's what
tired
he's
of
going to
whole talking
say.
head. I'm tired of this shit.
Oh yeah,
But
for
that's what
Yo,
he's
sure.
come
going to
out your
say.
pocket.
But then
I like your
people, but
pop.
then,
No.
but your business was never taxed because you're a
Exactly.
church.
Exactly. So where's the
So,
money going?
but this is the thing about it, bro. It's like I looked at this. For instance, you rent an apartment, right? You can't
Mhm.
pay your rent. So now the guy who owns the apartment can't pay his mortgage on the apartment, right?
Yeah.
And he can't pay his mortgage on the apartment. And if that happens in the whole building, the guy who's leasing the building out to run the apartment complex can't pay what he need to pay, right?
Right.
Now, as this chain of I can't pay the bill goes up and up, at some point you reach the motherfucker with expendable income.
Hmm.
That's when it's supposed to trickle, nigga. You supposed to say, I'm rich as fuck. I ain't gonna make no money this year. I'm gonna lose money because I gotta let the people below me not pay their rent and not do these different things. And you saw different landlords being able to do this to a degree. But the problem with that is the government is the last landlord for all of us, nigga. He's the last motherfucker we all owe money to. And the motherfucker in the church never has to meet that motherfucker. He
Never.
never has to do it, right? But everybody who pays tithes meet Uncle Sam every year. We all meet that motherfucker. And so does the rich ass billionaire. Now, of course, they got means to hide their money through, they're saying, well, I don't technically make this much money. Amazon just recycles it back into the streaming services. And others, they allowed to move their money and manipulate it in different ways, right?
Mm.
That's what they've set the rules up so they can all do this shit, bro. And that's why I'm just like, I'm looking like, bruh, Jeff Bezos should have lost money this year.
You should have.
Because he should have been paying his Amazon employees extra money for the
Mm.
extraneous amount of work they've been putting in this year. Considering that we all move in commerce, the fact that your company has taken out brick and mortar way more than COVID, like y'all was hand in hand with destroying the small business in America. So, like I said, man, you should have been losing money, but if trickle down was real.
Oh man, we getting closer. You know, I'm gonna move to
Nah.
Canada. I've seen those commercials, those nice commercials. Man,
Them nice
they
commercials.
Yeah.
the Canada
Nice as
nice,
shit up in Canada.
bruh. Canada is looking real nice right now.
And that's what I think. And then I think that's the intent, man. I think they're at this point, you have to think the goal is to make this into dystopian society.
Right. Telling you, like the
Right?
rest of the world is advancing and is willing to advance hand in hand somewhat. You
But just
know,
look at
like
it. Look at how these other countries just took care of their citizens.
right.
What we got eight. Some people get 1,800 a month. We got that as for a total this year. If we get to 600,
Well, what was it? Italy was like supporting like 85% of
they cancel mortgages
businesses.
for 6 months. Like,
Right, like it was crazy. Canada
And
doing
all that
something
shit.
similar.
but that's
I
what I'm
know
saying.
England is a little,
But
shaky
then,
with that
but you
shit.
just said it earlier. Just give us money. We gonna spend it. It's basic math and science. Like it's economics. This is how it works. So at the
It's
end of the day,
addition.
but this is simple math, bro. Like give the money to the people, not the corporations. I know you think corporations are people, but we know they're not because they don't fucking die. So
Yeah.
I ain't heard no corporation die this year, nigga. I heard plenty of businesses and people die, but I ain't heard no corporations die this year, nigga. They living off high off the hog this year. So all I'm saying is stop this bullshit of them being people. They ain't catching no COVID, nigga. This corporation's been tuning, and we are the proletariat, just cogs in the machine that can simply be, oh, you ain't gonna work today at Amazon? I got 6 niggas coming in here. We're gonna work.
Absolutely.
We're gonna just feed their bodies. Me and Lou was in that bitch at UPS. We knew what the fuck it felt like to be a cog in a
Right.
machine, nigga.
Right.
Nigga.
We worked in that bitch
Why you bringing up old hurt, son?
Because remember, I used to say when we used to go to work and we used to leave, I used to like, bro, that really is like the factory that, like, you know what I'm saying? The old factory. It's not no cubicle job. It's not no Zoom. Like, nigga, that's that. We clock
That
it
was a
in.
dirty job.
There's conveyor belts, nigga.
And a nigga yelling at you at the end of that belt.
Exactly. Conveyor belts and niggas yelling at you. Everybody got dirty hands and they got no place to watch. And the soap got grit in it, so you get the dirt off your hands for you leave and shit.
Oh,
That orange soap.
And they ain't do no, and they ain't trying to make the building look fun to be in at all.
that
Niggas.
mechanic soap.
Bro, that shit was hell up in that
You are
joint.
coming here to work, all right?
Yeah.
You're here to
Literally
work.
the worst job I ever had.
But at no point did I feel like I was necessary for this place to succeed.
Absolutely not. No.
You know, but it's like, but I think we have to come to an agreement as a people. I get it. We got differences amongst each other. The media, religion, all these things have divided us on multiple levels. But we got to come together and agree that this $600, nigga.
It's a slap in the fucking face.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
You could be an anti-vaxxer, anti-masker. You could want the wall, but we all have to agree, nigga. This $600 right here, the 600, nigga.
What am I gonna do after I buy my PlayStation 5, huh?
Bro, look, and if you don't think this 600 is a slap in the face, then you don't need the 600.
No,
and you need to shut the fuck up. Because
run me that 600.
Exactly. Nah.
Right.
But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. You can't even say no to 600. That's how desperate niggas is. Well, I'm sitting here like, bro, we shouldn't have people are this is what they're using now. I hate how this language gets. Who constructs this language for us? I wasn't to find this out. They're saying now it's food insecurity.
What's food insecurity?
There's millions of Americans suffering from food insecurity.
Like a food desert type of situation.
That spin on it.
Well, it's like recall. You mean hunger, nigga?
Right, like euphemism.
Poverty.
See, food insecurity. Why is?
Because now it's
why is it even a thing?
Because you don't want to. Because you don't want to. Because you don't want to call the people who need food poor.
I mean,
they are though. Right. That's what you are. Like, you're poor.
What else are you gonna call them?
You can't break the illusion of America. If I call you poor, then you have to put yourself in the shoes of the migrant worker.
Oh,
because he's poor too. So you have to. Well, you know, we were suffering from some food insecurity last year. Nigga, that means you was too broke to get food.
Right.
That means you was poor.
Right.
You turned poor this year.
Actually, no. For EBT
you were broke, nigga. The funny thing about this country is that, like earlier when you was talking about we as a proletariat need to come together and agree, like, yo, the 600 ain't shit, storm Amazon, whatever. It's never going to happen. It's not going to happen because everybody, even me in this country, is just has that thought in their head to like, yo, one day I'm gonna be that capitalist.
No, it is. It is that. There is that thought, but this year hasn't shown you that they're making that harder for everyone to do. Yeah. And it's not. And then, like, for instance, right? You'll see the brother who did the PPE loan scam, got millions of dollars, and he's the problem, right? That person who did that thing, who's going to jail now. He's what we have to be mindful of with these entitlement programs. It's not these motherfuckers giving their homeboys all these jobs and securities and tax loopholes so that they could work around that shit. This Kelly Loeffler, a prime example. You got insider information and moves your fucking stocks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, right. And that is against the law for a reason. But right. Think about it. It's like all the things we learned, like when we learned what a monopoly was, the Vanderbilt family, they bought all the steel and they were owning it. And then the unions had to fight to divide it up so they get equal pay. So like I said, when we learn about the fight of the working person in America, you know, the sit-ins and the marches and the protests, it's like, I'm saying we need to bring that back. I'm not saying don't go to Amazon. Go in, everybody clock in and just sit there for 8 hours and then go the fuck home. Because at the end of the day, it's like they can have the robots move the boxes, but you're hired for a reason, obviously. And if you can't come to an agreement about that, what you saw happening with the Walmart workers, the fight for 15, right? It was about them getting $15 minimum wage. You've seen some states capitulate to it. I think Florida did and California. But I'm just saying, like, for me, it's like you've seen it work. It just needs to be on a massive scale to
Right.
fuck with these motherfuckers in government. Because at this point, it's like, yo, son, like, it just has to happen. Like, but I'm telling the reason I'm bringing up the historical context of it is we always have to get it out the mud as the working people. It's never been something that rich people have given a fuck about in this country. That's why you have the history of unions. That's like we've been through this before. Like we need to tap into the history of this shit. It's like when black people march. It's like we didn't come up with that in 2020. No, that is us learning from what happened before us. Now, do we feel like it mitigates and leads to stuff? Yeah, of course we can say that. But I'm just saying this: if this $600, motherfucker, don't bring this home to everybody. That these motherfuckers don't. Nancy and Mitch don't give a fuck. Because if I'm Nancy, I'm coming out being like, "This all Mitch's fault." I'm not. I'm
Chuck
not.
Schumer, all them bitch niggas.
I'm snitching on whoever the fuck ain't signing off on this shit. I'm snitching like AOC nigga. AOC was out here like, oh nah, motherfucker, it's all these niggas up in there, ain't trying to do shit, and then you know what I'm saying, and I'm like, yo, yes, like, come on, we know who they are, like, I just need names, I need names, John, because Mitch don't know, Mitch know he could do what the fuck he want to do, he gonna get reelected. But these Democrats, these niggas need to be shook. They need to be knocked. I need Nancy Pelosi calling Mitch every day. Like, yo, what's going on, Mitch? We need to up that money. We need to get the checks out to the people. I need her hounding this nigga because she's the only one who have access to these motherfuckers like that.
Right.
But then you gotta look at her bodies. And when shit be leaking about these motherfuckers, you find out like that Dianne Feinstein lady, she's a Democrat. She also moves stocks.
They all ain't shit, bro.
They all homies,
Stuff
bro.
like that.
It's like when you found out Trump
Yeah.
used to fuck with the Clintons. Like they was
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
homies.
it's a
Like,
nice
yeah,
fuck.
dude.
It's a fuck.
Like I realize political differences really shouldn't end friendships when you rich as fuck, because it don't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when
Oh,
you at our
you
level,
think that? That's fine. What kind of money we making?
yeah, it's literally just a discussion. Well, I feel the conservative, and I feel this. Da, da, da. I've heard rich people I work with a bunch of rich people, so I've heard their conversations. I'm like, okay, you're not going to get in your feelings about this because your student loans aren't hovering over you like a demon. Um, and so who you vote for and who's talking about getting rid of those student loans is very important because we need to do something. It's ruining my opportunities in life. Like, but when that's not a big deal, when your dad paid for college, nigga,
Right.
who gives a fuck about the student loan debate, nigga?
So the real question is, my niggas, what is y'all doing with that 600 bones?
Like you
It's
How
already
already
you
gone.
spending that
you already
check?
know.
It's already gone.
Yo, what do you call this? It's gonna blow it on the dice game.
You know what? I'm gonna use the 600 to pay my first two car notes off for
First two.
first two because I got four left after this month and I paid off my
Okay.
whip altogether.
Oh, word. All right. Yo, that's
Yeah.
That's what's
congratulations,
up.
man.
That's what's
Now I
up.
just need to get it to
Yeah.
pass inspection because it just failed the other day.
Bruh. Hey,
I gotta
yo,
replace
Virginia
I
is
know a
a
guy.
bitch.
I gotta replace the brakes and rotors. So
Facts.
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, I know a nigga.
Well,
But
Van's gonna do it for me. I gotta just get the money
all
to pay
right.
for this shit to do it. So that's all I'm waiting on now.
Van do car repairs. He nice like that.
I mean, he said he done 3 cars here, 10 moms and Talithia, so I trust him.
So
Shoot.
yeah, Talita got her a good man, son.
Yeah.
Respect. Can't even get my dad to do my oil change, son. That's my
Damn.
fucking dad.
Let's start talking his albums though.
I like
Hey,
that. Hey, I'm gonna give it to y'all, man. Y'all picked some good albums, man.
look, this wasn't easy. This was
I'm
not easy
very
at
Yeah.
all.
impressed with it.
Yeah, it was a great selection. Let's list off. So I think I want to keep track of it, so I'm going to write it. And
Everybody say their 3 albums. I think we should start like that.
well, no, we got to start from 9 to 7.
Damn, we're not even gonna say what albums we each picked. I mean,
No,
like the
no,
individual.
we're gonna individually say it, but we're starting with the lower three group from 7 to 8, 9.
I already got
Because I
like
feel
my
like
top.
as the albums get better, our conversations get more extensive. So I think we're not going to have that much to talk about for. I just want to see because I think it's more interesting to work from. Okay, that's Lou's 9. That's Walt's 9. That's you know what I'm saying. As we go through, that's why I think I want to do it that way. So let's see here. Let's see. So let's start out with. I'll just write it down.
I took a few notes. I ain't gonna say I like go stupid in depth with every album, but I took like a couple.
No, we don't really got time. We got like an hour to talk about it. Let's see. Let me find this fucking pencil though. Shit.
I'm about to order my shit right now for real. I ain't even get to all that.
For what?
Like I know what my top 3, I guess, songs are. The other 6.
You didn't put it together?
I was just listening to shit and taking notes. But there were like 3 strong songs where I'm like, this shit's like, I'm gonna play this again later.
All right, so let's start with our albums. We're gonna start with albums, then go to songs.
Okay.
So that way the conversation get more detailed and specific. Shit, where's my pencil? Fuck it. Damn. Where this shit go? All right. So let's start. So Walt, go ahead and give us your 9.
All right. So you want 9, 8, 7 or just 9?
I want to just go around, do 9, then 8, then 7.
Wait, are we not even gonna mention what albums that we each individual? That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, no, we're doing albums first, and then we're gonna do the songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're doing albums first, and we're gonna do the songs. Now, of course, as you talk about the albums, you can mention some songs, but don't let us know if they're in your top 9 yet. Just tell us what songs meant, what kind of hit you, what resonated with you on the album, what were your repeats a little bit. Just a light discussion, especially for these lower, the ones at the bottom of the list. So, all right, Walt, give us your 9.
So number 9, 2 Chainz. So help me God.
Hey,
that is my number 9 as well.
Yeah, man. Look, honestly, like it was a good project. That's the thing, though.
Who said fuck y'all niggas?
I like 2 Chainz.
It was a good project. That's the thing. But like going out the criteria and whatnot, I was like, damn, man. Like, yo, Chainz literally talk about the same shit.
Same shit, bro.
It was fire though.
Fire.
It was fire. Like
the same shit, nigga.
Because I'm not gonna lie, like I don't really listen to Chainz like that. So
me neither.
When I heard this album, I liked it all the way through.
Yeah,
and that's what because I'm definitely gonna come back to this. Like,
any standout tracks for you?
Standout tracks. The what is it? Gray Area. Yeah. Gray Area. I played that song for my girl, and she was even like, "Oh, okay," and she was jamming to it too. So yeah, man. Also, I forget the name of it. The song with Lil Wayne.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like a HBCU anthem type joint.
Right. Oh yeah, Moneymaker. Yes.
Bang bang.
Moneymaker. Those are two standout tracks.
All right.
Need one more.
No, what was your 9, Lou? You didn't tell us your 9 album.
Oh, my 9th album, as in like my least favorite.
Yeah.
Yes, number 9.
I thought we just least. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go with only because this isn't the type of music I normally listen to, but I did like the album. It's that Conk joint that Walt recommended.
Fuck you too, nigga.
Okay.
I like the music because it's different from what I normally listen to. It's just not what I normally listen to.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
All right.
9. So what y'all want my 3 favorite songs from that joint?
Or at least like standout tracks anyway.
Yeah, some standout tracks.
Oh yeah, for sure. The opening track, opening tracks are always important to me. I think they started off really well with Our People. WWW and Free. a very like mellow, relaxing song. I mean, the whole
Yeah.
album is relaxing, but
Yeah, it is a dope. It's a dope album. Well, it was a great surprise for me too, Walt.
Word.
yeah,
So
big
let's
up
see.
yourself.
So Conk for Lou was 9, and then for me was 2 Chains. All right. So what was your 8, Walt?
You go with what was your
Okay.
number 8? Yeah.
My number 8 was Shoot for the Stars, Pop Smoke.
Word.
Uh,
Okay, I had that at 7.
My number 8 was Shoot for the Stars, Pop Smoke. And off of Shoot for the Stars, Pop Smoke, standout tracks for me, Yeah, Yeah. The Woo, of course.
Mm.
And then
Banger.
also fuck with Diana.
Man, I don't
Word.
even remember
Yeah.
that joint.
The joint with Sean Combs sang. Yeah.
Yeah, King Kong.
Yeah. But I mean, this was kind of like in 2 Chainz world for me, where it's like I'm not gonna really get anything new. It's just Pop's voice was very unique,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
he picked beats that fitted well. So for me, when I was listening to his project, it was just what is he doing with these beats and how is he flowing on them? And so that's really, basically beat flow content. So that's why, what I'm saying, I had to content was really lacking for me with Pop's album.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just content that resonates with me. His beat selection was kind of similar on a lot of tracks. That done thing that he kind of has. That the
Like a
way
drill
the
song.
way the Woo beat sounds, he has like 3 or 4 other beats on here that kind of had that same tempo and style.
Mhm.
They fit his voice well, so I get why he kind of went in there and kind of did it a lot. This was kind of some critique I had at Little Uzi's projects.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's always trying to get EXO Tour Life, the part 2 of it done or some shit. Um, and so yeah, but that was Pops. So number 8 was Pop Smoke.
All right.
What about you, Lou?
My number 8 project album, wherever. I'm gonna go with for real, I'm gonna have to go with Pray for Paris.
Word.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I like all these albums.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
these are just not like artists that I listen to or like
Mm-hmm.
are super high on my radar. But once I heard
Yeah.
it, I'm like, yeah, no, I fuck with who the fuck was Pray for Paris by again?
It was
West Side Gun.
West
Yeah.
West, yeah, one of them Griselda niggas. So off of that album, I messed with George Bondo. It's got a gritty boom bap New York style beat, and I love that because I actually do fuck with New York rap, like old school '90s New York rap heavy. That boom bap shit hit heavy to me. 327. I think it was a smooth song. It's one of them joints that like when it's late at night and you driving back home from whatever mission you just did, like you play it windows down. You know what I'm saying? It's a good ride out vibe. Um, and shit, honestly, I don't even think I picked a third song from that joint.
That's cool.
Mm.
You keep moving on. We
Yeah.
gonna get more
Yeah,
into the songs later anyway. So
Right.
yeah, pray for
um,
Paris.
so what's yours, Walt?
That's my number. What's that,
It's
8, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, but
My number 8 is Run the Jewels actually.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because it felt noisy, and
mm,
I really couldn't get into it because I know that they spitting like LP
Mhm.
and Killer Mike,
but Mike,
like there's gonna be content for days between those two.
Yeah.
Um, but it just felt really noisy every time I listened to it. But I did like Ooh La La.
Mhm.
I enjoyed that song.
Yeah, that's their best single on it, I think.
Yeah.
But nah, I get it. I think that's part of the purpose of that album, though.
Right,
It's
right,
supposed to be
and
noisy and disruptive, but I totally understand.
right, because I know like this. I know this is off top, but Tyler the Creator's Cherry Bomb, his
Mhm.
album, that album was really noisy too.
Yeah,
And I ain't really fuck with it
yeah.
like that.
Well,
But
I think Tyler's was noisy for the chaos in his own brain
right,
versus theirs and just noisy for the chaos in the streets.
mm-hmm,
So it was a proper.
it's
They released it right after like in July and June and stuff. So right at the height
right,
of it, so it was perfect for that time.
right.
Yeah.
But it's like you in November and you just kind of in your crib and you're like, oh, this is Damn, all right. Run
Nah.
up on a nigga real quick. Like,
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Songs. So ooh la la. Any others?
nah, that was it right now.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So
Nigga fuck with one song.
sweet.
Right. It was.
Is
I was
what it
kind of
is.
sad too because I was like, "Yo, Run the Jewels." Like, I really like that first album.
Yeah. Second one was third. Second and third was fire too though. The third was really fire though. Third had great hits on it.
I didn't really listen to the third one.
Let's go. So seven. We'll start with
Lou.
Lou this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Run the Jewels 4. That was my 7.
Okay.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
I like the noisiness, but again, there are other artists I go to for like really slap you in your face beats and like
Mhm.
noisy records. But I'm gonna say my 3 favorite songs off that joint: Ooh La La, Out of Sight, and Just. It's like JU, and then there's like a dollar sign T.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
that's it for me.
Mm,
On the
Right.
Jewels, foe for foe.
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
Number 7 from myself is that Pop Smoke record. You
Mm,
know,
Woo.
Came from the Moon. Woo. Um, Standout tracks. What is it? What the hell did I write?
Hell,
Got A on me? Oop, I don't even know what that is. I don't think I wrote that down
got it
right.
on me.
Got it
Oh,
on
got
me.
it on
That's
me.
what it is.
He took
Got
that.
it on
He
me.
reworked that many man hook. Many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That almost made my top 9.
Word, nah, but that was a really good standout track. Of course, the Woo, uh, um, and then Gangster. That was a
Ace is
nice
good
little
too.
track. Yeah.
Ace is solid. Okay. So for me, 7 was Conk by
Word.
Saba. Yeah. And man, like I said, like Lou said, man, it's real smooth cruiser
Mm,
album. I clean my room while I listen to this album. My room was
word.
not that clean. So
Yeah.
this joint was on repeat going hard for me. And I fuck with standout tracks for me are Free, Please,
Mm,
got old Jill Scott vibe on it, Please joint a little bit. And then
mm,
that urban contemporary style. And then Fred was interesting. Dinosaur named Fred and stuff. That was interesting. Uh,
mm.
I like that one. Remind me of a story that some motherfucker who's that Fred thing on YouTube.
Oh, the little white boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think his shit had to do with dinosaurs or something when he got this TV show or something. So that was interesting to watch Fred. So, but nah, that project was dope though.
Yeah, man.
Surprised me. That's why I got all. That's why I made it to 7. Like it was really good.
Mm. That's what's up. That's what's up. We're going on to number 6. Second tier, middle tier.
Middle
Yep,
two.
we're moving to the middle tier.
All right. So 6, Plead the Fifth by Young T and
Hey.
Bugsy. Hey man,
Okay,
that was
okay,
a
okay,
really,
okay.
really, really good project, man. I like it's not the vibe I'm going for all the time, but when I do want to party, I know there's some music I can run to now.
It's a good 4 on
You
that
know,
joint.
man, this I listen to it like all at once, so I don't even know like which songs I like, which is sounds terrible
I've
on
been
it, but
bumping that shit so heavy this year.
man, the and the thing is like the only song that people are really like what do you call this? Not, I don't want to say supporting, but that's being promoted is that like the slow touch,
Don't
the
rush.
don't rush,
Don't
Don't rush
yeah,
rush.
joint.
and
Yeah,
it's like that
it's not even the
that's
best one
just
on there.
right, right. That's not even the best
Yeah, that's
song
not
on there,
even
man.
That's the
shit.
one I
I would
heard the
say.
most, of course, though.
Right. Nah, but
Yeah, that's what made me be like, yo, okay, so let me see what else these niggas got, because that was a
mm.
banger. Like Instagram, like social media was going
Oh
bum
no,
fuck for that song. Such a
absolutely. I
good.
mean, definitely is a banger, but it's one of those bangers like people definitely drove into the ground when they got 11 other songs that they could bump just as hard.
Facts,
You know,
100% facts. So for me, number 6 was also Plead the Fifth.
Word.
Yeah. It was also pleaded fifth, and like I said, it was surprising. Great pick, Lou. It was definitely some party music on there. I was like, of course, Lou's, but like this joint, this is like this nigga's he could get down to every song on this motherfucker damn near.
Right.
So I was like,
Smooth.
yeah, nah, it's dope, man. They're going in. They got that youthful vibe to their beats and the energy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't sense too much maturity on the beats. I mean, on the content, which was good. Because I think it's supposed to be this young, kind of reminds me of Ray Sherman's first project.
I literally said,
Just
I'm like, these
supposed to
niggas are
be,
British Ray
yeah,
Shremmers.
exactly.
Right.
I completely
Right.
agree. And it's supposed to be youth and vibrant and all the energy and just recklessness of abandon that you're supposed to have with it, and especially with their content. Like I said, nothing new there, but they properly tapped into what they were supposed to for a project
Oh
like
man,
this.
100%. Man, they did
So
a good job.
yeah, no, I completely agree. And that's why I made it the six for me. And my standout tracks on this joint was for sure. Um I fuck with More Than Me and hold on, More Than Me. Where's my other joint?
Is that
It
on Plead
was
the Fifth?
More Than Me and no. Bully Beef.
Okay,
Bully
okay, okay.
Beef and Bully Beef and Energy, I think were
Mm-hmm.
definitely some standouts to me. Madonna went hard too. But it's but that Bully Beef though, that joint was fire.
Sounds hard.
What you,
So
Lou?
we at six. My number six
Six.
is I'm gonna give it to Alfredo by
Word. Gangsta
Freddie
Gibbs.
Gibbs. Funny enough, a joint, that I'm messing with, she actually knows Freddie Gibbs. Like, so she actually introduced me to, or she told me to check out the album, but that's a story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Standout joints for me. I like his voice. I'm really like getting into listening to rappers right now that sound like me, basically. A little bit
Mm-hmm.
lower voice. You know what I'm saying? I can't be rocking a Young Thug all the time. Like my voice don't go up that high. But I like Alfredo. Favorite
Mm-hmm.
songs off that joint. Scotty Beam.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scotty Beam. You know how I
Right.
feel.
Woo.
The song ain't had nothing to do with her. I think he might have name dropped it once, but I
Cause I
respect
need
it.
me a Scotty
Scotty
Beam.
Beam. That was
That
it.
was it. But I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
He had a line on that joint. He was like busting at the police way before Queen of Slim.
Get in the
Right.
Niggas.
wind.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
Ooh.
J.
Um, Frank Lucas. I mess with that joint.
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
I think that's the one with Conway the Machine.
I think so.
Benny. Nah, I think it was
Was
Benny. He had the Benny
okay.
feature on that
Benny was
joint.
on that then. All right.
I mess with his little fast flow at like 1 minute 15 seconds. It's a beat that I could hear Biggie on, like if he was still alive. It's just got
Mm-hmm.
that like New York
Yeah,
grittiness, and I also mess with something to rap about.
Or
Uh,
with Tyler the Creator.
yeah. That
Tyler the
was
Creator he was on two projects that like one that Joel picked and one that Walt picked. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, these gritty like New York type niggas really fuck with Tyler, which is surprising.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's why I
It's
was
kind of
like,
out there.
well, nah, it's even I agree. It was I think he was on West Side Guns project too.
Mm.
Yeah,
Um and it's but nah, Tyler, he ate though. He ate on them verses. And he had
Right.
his he definitely had homophobic he definitely had some gay bars in each of them verses too.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he
So I
he
was just
said,
like,
"Nah, y'all know who I am.
that's what I'm saying. He went to
right.
like, and he was
Y'all
on
know
this, and it was
exactly who I
exactly.
am."
But these real gritty street niggas let them joints rock, and I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
I respect
that's
it.
dope. I fuck with that too.
Yeah. I think it's a.
Cause he would have
I
said,
do want
keep
to
my
have a
circle tight like tops. I was like, this nigga right, yes.
right.
This nigga awesome.
Man, he funny, man.
Oh man,
I think there needs to be a bigger conversation around like authenticity in hip hop
a hundred
and where
percent.
it actually. But I mean, that's a different
But
day,
like,
different
but to
convo.
lose point though, I think they grabbed Tyler because his voice, man, and just the way those beats,
Oh, facts. Yeah,
their beat
I can
selection with
definitely see
Tyler
that.
is on point. Okay, so that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So fifth, so that's me first.
Okay.
So for me, fifth was Limbo.
Word,
Man, I
Limbo.
really like that record, bro.
man. Nah, Limbo was
Limbo.
good. I understand though.
I
Yeah.
feel me, man.
Limbo.
Standout songs.
And nigga. Um for me, it's a lot on that joint. It really goes hard. That's why
Mm.
when it's on this, it's low for it's fifth for a reason. So Riri, Shimmy, Kobe, Woodland Park.
Damn. Kobe wasn't even a song, was it? I think it was just him
It was
talking.
really interlude, but
It really kind of just was him
it's
talking.
more for the reference afterwards, which is kind of roots. I
Uh,
look at it as one song. Kobe and Roots is kind of the same thing, but
Okay.
okay.
because it bleeds into that. But like, nah. And then I just thought it was funny. Becky was funny.
Becky
Hmm.
was that joint started
Becky
off
was funny.
funny, but
I
he
was
was saying
like,
real shit.
yeah, what
That's
is
the one
it?
where
That's
oh,
Gen Z
go ahead.
struggle. That's the Gen Z struggle.
Is that the one where he starts off is like my parents said don't bring home no white girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Becky, yeah. Becky's hilarious, man.
Really good record, man. All around solid
Absolutely.
project. All right, so I guess we just gonna keep going clockwise. So I'm up next.
Mm.
No, my number five was So Help Me God. Two Chains.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
I know people say like, Two Chains rap about nothing, but that's honestly yes, that's not incorrect. But I also feel that way about like Freddie Gibbs and like West Side
Facts,
Gun.
yeah.
It still goes. It's just like niggas rapping and putting bars together. But
Mhm.
Right.
favorite songs off that joint for me is Gray Area, of course. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Old enough to fuck your mama. That's my motto right there. Um, what else? I like Moneymaker with Lil Wayne, of course. Good
Mm.
HBCU anthem. And Can't Go For That featuring Ty Dolla Sign because it has this.
Oh
No, actually,
yeah.
scratch that. That is a good one, but I'm gonna have to go with Feel Away with Kanye West and Brent Fayez because Brent Fayez sounds really good on that joint. He's got a
Mm.
great smooth voice, and he's from the DMV, so
Facts.
Yeah.
that's my top three joints.
Okay, okay, okay.
Word.
Well,
All right. Number five is Pray for Paris, West Side Gun.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
man. Yo, really going back through this album, like yo, it's boom bap as hell, and
Yeah,
it can be rather monotonous, but man, it's that grimy
yeah,
drug dealer lifestyle, and
yeah,
I can't get enough of it.
yeah.
urban ass nigga.
Standout tracks on that
Damn.
joint.
Oh, 327. Yeah, man. The just because the way what do you call
I
his
like eight
name?
on that joint too.
What's his name? Joey Badass. The
Yeah,
way
Joey was
because
nice.
it almost sounds like he's super easy with it. But hey,
perfect beat for
I
Joey to
watch
get
him.
on.
Right.
Perfect beat for Joey to be on. And then Tyler was on that joint too. That shit was perfect.
Man, it's a beautiful song, man.
I'm making my shit,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, okay. So West Side joint. So that's funny. So each of us, so fifth spot actually had two albums we recommended. Well, so
Word, yeah.
yeah, because West Side was one of your projects, but it
Hmm.
went out of your top three
Yeah.
from other things, and then Limbo. Okay, and then for me, Limbo was in my three, and then went to
Yeah,
five,
back
and
to
then
Philly.
Lewis too. Okay, because Two Chains was in his three, and it went to five. So
Right. So
all right,
no, it's
so
okay.
that's
Nice
good.
little
That
mix. Yeah.
so we all bumped something else based on another person's recommendation. We put something else.
Right.
So Lou, let's start
Yes,
off with
sir.
So we go into four now. So that's you, Lou.
Did we have four? Okay.
Yeah.
So my number four is Shoot for the Aim for the Moon, Shoot for the Stars. That
Oh,
Okay.
Pop Smoke
wow.
joint.
Woo.
Because again, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to listen to niggas that sound like me. Like I can't
Yeah.
I really mess with New York rappers because mainly because like when I came to this country, the first place I touched down in was New York, Briefly, just like any other immigrant, but
Mhm.
I have a deep love for New York. Favorite joints off that project is For the Night, because that beat smooth. Pop was crooner on that joint. Little Baby had a nice verse. The Woo, of course, that joint slap. And they put Dior on there, which is funny because it was on another project he dropped like earlier this year, but
Right.
whatever. That's a big
Yeah.
Pop Smoke song. So that's it for me.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. I fuck with that. All right, so you go ahead, Wolf.
Number four is Kong. I feel like
Gone.
Okay.
Einstein. Yeah, got it right there. It was going back and listen like
Oh, so
it's
two of your top three worked their way out, huh?
mm, yeah, because going back and really listening to these albums, I'm like, all right, like
Mm-hmm.
what what is it that I like about these albums? And while the vibe in Conk is super mellow,
Yeah,
that it doesn't check all the boxes for me.
got you. Three songs.
Right. Three songs that www man this that's a really good song. And then there
Yo,
was
is it me or could you see Chance the Rapper like featuring on that
honestly
www?
I could see that.
I can see
It's
that too.
got like a gospel ass type of vibe.
Yeah, man, I could
I
definitely
like
see
it. I
that.
really like it.
Conk, the song, I really like that one as well. And then You Better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really mushy like love song, but it's like you better miss me, you better miss me, you better miss this, you better miss that, and just thinking about the different things of why you like somebody, like super mundane things, like you only step with your left foot, when you get go into the
Yeah.
house or some shit like that, like
Mm.
yeah. So it's a nice little reminiscent song.
You a
Okay.
bitch? That's
Okay.
what you're saying,
Yeah, you said what?
huh?
What
This
you
nigga
see? You
say
said
what?
you were embarrassed.
I said you a bitch. What?
What
What?
happened?
This nigga say what?
All right.
Fucking around, man.
Oh, okay. All right. So for me, what
Number
is it?
four.
So for me, number five is
Number
You on
RTJ.
four,
number
right?
four. Number four.
Four, my bad. Four is
RTJ.
RTJ.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like I
Yeah.
said, we all have stuff we didn't pick, work our way out of the top three. Okay.
Right.
So Lou two with Pop Smoke. Let's see. So RTJ for me was just when I said when it dropped, I needed the noise was everywhere, nigga.
Yeah.
It was noise in the streets, it was noise in the tweets, it was noise everywhere. So
Hmm.
that disruptive
Noise
nature
from
of it,
police.
I caught it at the right time. And then even during this winter time, like I said, I think my brain stays noisy. So
Mm,
I flow evenly into these beats. They feel relaxing to me on some level.
word.
Yeah, for instance, I love standout tracks, of course, Ooh La La,
Mm.
and then Goonies versus ET,
Mm.
just the way it's like, vroom, vroom, and then Walking in the Snow. My nigga said, I support that's why I support the sex workers unionizing their services. But then and
Facts,
then
man.
and then top one of the top tracks on that joint is a message, a few words for the firing squad. You know, he's just like, he told his wife said, shit'll make you go through and make you want to grab a cup of promethazine, make you want to lean. But my wife says she don't need another fucker rapper junkie fiend and rapper junkie fiend. And then he said, then the world don't need another martyr. I need a husband and the kids need a father. Cause so like I said, a few messages for the firing squad. That joint was dope too. But like I said, when that joint dropped, the disruptive, the loudness, everything about it was perfect for me. So that's where we can let's go into the top three.
Oh,
Walt.
top
Yeah, man.
three. All right. Number three is Limbo by Amine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Going back, like I said, I went back and listened to it. I was like, oh, it's a good album. And I just kept
Spitting.
Yes.
listening to it, and then I was like, oh no, this is a really good
It's a
album,
great album, man.
man. But standout tracks, Shimmy, like I said earlier, Easy with Summer Walker, um, Roots, with JID and Charlie Wilson. But I like Woodlawn too.
Woodland Park slaps.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like, oh yeah, and then the joint with Young Thug, he's like compensating for your
Baby,
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where he go, nigga. Yeah.
yeah,
very
man.
true.
Like I
Yeah,
mean,
Mine did his thing.
I feel he's gonna be like he should be bigger than what he is, but I think like if this album what if we were in normal circumstances, this album would be pushed a lot harder and it'd be out farther.
Yeah, I think it came out in like March or April or something like that.
Right.
It
Like
came out mad earlier this year.
it
No, I
was
agree.
it was just timing. It was just
I,
timing
I think,
and
and,
yeah.
and he's also amongst so many people because he's a
Mm,
new artist. Like, there's like, I feel like every year there's more new artists have to fight with. If you get what I'm saying,
right. But this is like his what third major release?
I think this is the second. This is the second project. I think
Cause he had the first one with the
Caroline.
right.
Yeah,
And then he had his 1.5 whatever that was, the
I think this is the
project.
second album though. You consider this the
Okay.
second album? I think this is the second album. I think the other ones was like a project, just a mixtape drink.
Word, because that's 1.5 had like 12, 13 songs on it too. I was like,
Yeah,
all
but
right,
these niggas be
hey,
releasing projects and calling them
just
LEPs and shit. They joint got 20
I
songs
got
already.
100 songs in the bag. I can
Yeah.
do it all.
All right. So my number three was West Side Gun, Pray for Paris.
Mm,
And then
respectable.
yeah, man, like I said, I just like I think his beat selection is dope. This album was earlier this year, so I'd already burned through it by the time Walt put it on the list. So for me, man, them standout tracks, definitely Allah Sent Me,
Mm,
327. Um, yeah, 327, Allah Sent Me. And then like Lou said, I think George Bondo too.
mm,
No Vacancy slap as well though. But yeah, dope project, man. West Side and his voice. Tell me to send me do my thing.
right.
Was swabbing gold rings. That's my shit, nigga. So yeah. Lou?
Yeah, so my number three project, you know what I'm saying? I had to slide that nigga Reason up in there, you know what I'm saying? The beginning.
Ooh, reason.
Um, very, very good, strong project. I'm getting a lot of like Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City, to Pimp a Butterfly kind of vibes, which makes sense because he signed a top dog, so I respect it. Honestly, every song on this album was good for different reasons. There were certain songs where like, oh, I just mess with this beat and the way he's spitting on it. The content isn't like too great for me. I think his content is always good, but then there are songs where like I literally wrote down certain bars, like Fall. I'm gonna say that's one of my favorites. It has that to pimp a butterfly type of vibe. The beat is smooth. He got a bar in there that's like, uh, know she can do it, believe it with every follicle, but she ain't showing no pussy. Now that's gonna be an obstacle. Talking to Layla, sharing some of her wisdom. Trying to get a manager that want to get behind it, but ain't trying to get behind it. So
Yeah.
basically, like content wise, it's a very, very potent, concise message of like, being a woman trying to make it in the industry without showing your pussy,
Yeah.
Right.
basically.
Basic. No, 100%. And
Yeah,
Layla is of
Tough.
yeah,
course Rhapsody. So
right.
yeah, man. Nah, that's like Fall is dope track, man. All right.
Um, Other joint on the I Can Make It. I like it. It's got good bars.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
listening to this nigga for bars. I'm on auto with this power. Took that power and I rocked it. Built this. He said built this from ashes. That's ironic because we earned it. I was like,
Mm.
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah. Now all the
That nigga
bars
spit.
that you picked, niggas bars, and I was like, nigga, reason, nigga.
He just spit. He just spit,
Nigga
son.
be spitting,
And
dog.
he
And his voice is
spit.
deep too.
Mm.
Yeah. And my other favorite on there is I'm gonna go with. Damn, it's hard to pick between stories I've forgotten. Favorite nigga, but I'm gonna go with favorite nigga. I like favorite nigga.
Yeah, favorite nigga. Cause I'm my favorite nigga.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really good
So
project, man.
all right. So we go on to the next. So I guess I start off with two. For me, two is well, I guess once you say your two, we know you're one, right? So
Theoretically, yeah.
theoretically,
If
so
you're
for
paying attention.
me, two is Alfredo.
Mm.
Okay. Did you pick that one? Or that was in a waltz,
No,
right?
yeah, that
That
was
was
one
one
of
of
mine.
Walt's. That was one of Walt's. And man, standout tracks, of course, Scotty B, busting that
Yeah.
the costume for Queen of Slim, get in like, come on, son. And then 1985, like Jordan traveled with a cocaine circus, nigga.
Circus,
And that
yeah,
beat and
man.
just that guitar over that one beat, nigga, that joint is vicious, dog. Shout out to the Alchemist, nigga, cooking up on the beats on
Oh,
every track, nigga.
Facts. Them beats were
I
heavy.
think this project may have the best beats throughout, just craziness. And I also think well, you know, other couple joints, but yeah, I don't know, this beats was just everywhere, man. It was doing its thing and it was very, and like they all fit Freddie's voice very well.
mhm.
And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so that's it. You know, I like Frank Lucas too. Frank Lucas was a tight track too. But all right, go ahead, Lou.
All right, so this is number two. I'm
Mhm.
going with my very own pick, Plead the Fifth by
Okay.
Rum
Okay.
T and Bugsy, because it was just a surprise. You know what I'm saying? I heard the one very popular song, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. What else they got? And I was surprised that like, it's a kind of a laid back party vibe. Like here in America, we got party music that's like very like 808 bass heavy. It's like rambunctious. Like you got Pop Smoke, you got Migos. They yelling in your face with the flow. But with these niggas, it's like they're laid back. You can still party to it, but it's more like kickback music, so it's
Mhm.
chill. Favorite songs, I'm gonna go with School Trip, the opening joint. It's
Oh yeah,
another
that's
one
where
of
it
those
goes.
like
That's where it goes.
it's another like top down riding on the highway type song.
Remind me of
Throw
Lemonade.
me a text.
Oh, what
Not
by
Beyonce, it's Gucci's
Lemonade.
joint.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
old
okay.
Gucci
Rihanna.
Lemonade track.
Oh, Lemon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw me a text. That's another smooth song. And I like Plead the Fifth because the beat is nice and like the flow on that joint. Like, I'm in the dancing, two
Okay.
sides on my Balenci. So yeah, that's my number two. It was unexpected, which is good, and I liked it. So
Yeah.
I get the big deuce.
All right. Well,
Number two, number two, number
Who the fuck
two.
your number two, son?
Shit. All right. Well, I mean, do you have a reason for that?
just go. Just go.
Ah.
Nah, go on, sir.
but yeah, man, new beginnings. After listening back to it, I'm like, damn, man, Reason was really, really spin on this.
Show
I
that.
I liked I liked the journey, that he took us through. Cause yeah, like he's talked about like his home, and like where he's growing up and whatnot. But it felt like he was really stepping out into like this is the artist that
Mm,
I am. This is the rapper that I am.
yeah.
Um, I really felt that on on this project. But well, the standout tracks, "Flick It Up" with Absol,
Hmm.
because man, when Ab is in shape, man, it's
Ab kills
unmatched.
that verse, nigga.
Man, and then Reason, what oh man, there was one line he was like, it's like talking about, damn, I need to go look up this line
They
because
write them standout bars, man, because they was
man,
there.
Hmm.
uh, it was really good. But and then the last song where he had the recording, talking to his family, saying like, yeah, it's like I've been signed for this long, and
Windows
while we've
Cry.
been working,
Yeah.
yes, like I really really like that
Dope
too,
song.
man,
Yeah. Important
because
song.
a lot of times like we say like we're like, yo, like you've been signed X amount of years, like
Yeah.
where is it, like
Yeah.
what's going on,
He's like your manager's top son, nigga.
right, like so it's like, yo, you gotta deliver on this shit, or you not getting paid.
Yeah.
10 out of 10,
that
bro.
that nigga gonna get paid either way.
Facts, nigga.
you know
He was like, who he riding for? Still go to who he slide for?
right, it's like, hey, that's what it was,
That's
that's
it.
what it is,
That's it, man. Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man. So let's go ahead and go to number one. Lou, what's your number one album of the year, man?
If y'all was paying attention, which I know y'all wasn't, because I definitely wasn't. It's
huh?
going to yeah, Limbo, Mine.
Okay.
Son,
Limbo.
I'm not gonna lie, son. When I first heard of Mine, like everybody else, it was that she's a bad thing, and I'm like, okay, this
Yeah.
is a cool, fun song. I like it. And then I didn't really hear much from him since that because I wasn't checking for him. So you had actually brought that project up, Joe, like a while ago. He's like, oh, this track bop. I'm like, I'll check it out. Short, like 45 minutes. I was like, dang, you
Mhm.
spitting, son. You really spit.
Yeah.
Favorite songs, of course, came a long way from that world long pop. Now I'm like a many puts a push to start. I've been bumping that joint on the way to work, like since I first heard the album. It's a banger. Becky, of course, content, really great content. And I also like, give me a second, man. Also like, I like Mama, man. You know,
Mm,
every rapper got a song about their mom,
of course.
Yeah,
regardless of
mama's
who
mama
it is.
goes in, mama goes in. Mommy a Kanye's drink.
Yeah, man. Smooth, great content, and it's endearing. Everybody loves their mama, so uh, that's it for me, man. Amine, surprised. Good content, good flows, good beat selection.
Facts.
All right, what's up with you, Walt?
Number one album, Gangsta Gibbs, Alfredo.
Okay.
Man, just still looking back at it, I was like, it it still delivers, man. It
It
still
is.
hits, man. But like you guys said, like the standout tracks, God is dope. That hook,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, that hook is crazy, man. And then
Yeah.
he got one line, and there he's like, uh, don't need no mask to do my murders. It's like I do my murders barefaced. Don't need no mask to disguise me.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
oh,
know what you mean.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. Just that visual, just running up, bow, like, and
You should,
yeah, man.
man.
Man, that the whole project, and then what was that other standout track? Was it dope and baby shit or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
man.
see.
But Alfredo, man, Gangsta Gibbs. So, what was your number one, Joe?
My number one was Reasons.
Word.
You know,
I'm
like I
actually not
said, man,
surprised.
just a great body of work, man. Beat selection wise, I think for me, Reason has these bars where I'll be like, he really don't be giving a fuck. Like he said his one bar, he's like, show my ass more than Lizzo.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a
It's
good
just
joke.
like, and it's just like, and I love it because it's like but he's direct with it, but it's like he's not concerned about how the Twitter sphere will take his bars or you know what I'm saying. It's just 100% like, but he still keeps the current references. Just like
Right.
is so he reminds me. I'm not gonna lie, he reminds me of early Eminem where
Word.
he would just play with the pop culture shit. And because I remember he does Reason does shit like niggas bother me like where's Zay album nigga like that's what people put in the comments about Isaiah Rashad. So I don't
Right.
Facts.
know. It's just he made a whole song about that. Where's Zay album? That's his type of shit that nigga does. So I like how funny and like Lou, all the bars Lou highlighted were like those bars where I'm just like, you the manager just try to get behind it without trying to get behind it, nigga. Like impossible.
Right. Right.
That's what that nigga said right after. He's like
All these niggas
impossible.
grimy out here.
But the way he says impossible is also like I fuck too.
Right.
He's just trifling nature. He's just trifling. He's just a trifling
Yeah.
ass nigga rapping his ass off on all these bars, dog.
Yo, he had a bar where he was like, I fuck my girl when I'm bored or something. I'm like, I
Yeah.
felt that. That was harsh to me, but it was still funny. Like,
No,
I
it
fuck
is.
with
But then
reasons.
even where this he had the one joint, what's the one song where he had the guest on it, the girl.
Rhapsody?
No, not Rhapsody. I think it might be West Side's Dope Mariba. That goes hard. Meet me on the west side, west side, west side.
Yeah,
Sauce with
I like
Vince.
that.
I think it may be I think it may be Slow Down with Almeida, but she says I could make a good real nigga go hood. I could turn a real nigga
Yeah, I
good.
think that's
Yeah,
her.
that joint go
Yeah.
hard, nigga. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me, man. So let's just go run it down. So Walt's number one is Alfredo.
Fredo.
Number
That
two
light.
is New Beginnings by Reason.
Hmm.
Number three is you wrote it down, right, Walt?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and
I
just
I
got
was
it.
writing mine
read
down.
them
All
all.
right. So 3, Limbo by Amine. 4 is Conk by Seba Kapstan. 5 is Pray for Paris by Westside Gun. 6,
Yeah.
Bleed the Fifth by Young T and Bugsy. 7 is Aim for the Moon, Shoot for the Stars by Pop Smoke.
Ooh,
Number 8 is RTJ 4 by Run the Jewels. And number 9 is So Help Me God by 2 Chains.
Okay.
true.
For me,
True.
number one is New Beginnings by Reason.
Hmm.
Then number two is Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist. And then number three is West Side Gun, Pray for Paris. Number four is RTJ 4, Run the Jewels. And then number five is Limbo, Amine. Number six is Plead the Fifth by Young T Bugsy and the other nigga. I can never remember that nigga's name. I remember that nigga's name, but Young T Bugsy. It's just hard for me to forget Young T Bugsy. But
It's like Bugsy and Young
Conk,
T. Something like.
Conk
Yeah.
by Sebi, and
This nigga not even try.
then
I'm about
number
to be the
eight
worst.
is Pop Smoke, Aim for the Moon, Shoot for the Stars, and then number nine is of course T Chase, So Help Me God. All right, Lou.
Okay. Number one, Limbo by Mine. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I do not remember all these niggas' names. Number two, Plead the Fifth by Young T and Bugsy. Number three, New Beginnings by Reason. Shout out to Top Dog, TDE, all them. Number four, I said that like I knew them niggas. Number four is Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Number five, So Help Me God by Titty 2 Chainz. Number six, Alfredo by Freddie. Number seven, RTJ 4, One of the Jewels. Number eight, Pray for Paris. And number nine, Conk by whatever them niggas' names are.
Okay.
Say by Capstein. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
kind of is.
So that's what's up. That's top nine for all three. I think based on this, uh, I guess we could say technically, since it's in all of our top threes, Reason had the best album of the year.
Not mad at that.
Yeah.
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 It's just off of content alone, yeah.
And then I could say since Limbo did not make it in everybody's top three, but the
Word?
only Limbo left out of my top three. It went to five. Even though I recommended it as my one of my three, but I guess it has to be second because it's in the top three twice for you and Walt.
Yeah.
It had to be Limbo. Or no, Alfredo's also in there too, which is one for Walt. So reason is Limbo is three for Walt and one for Lou, and Alfredo is two for me and one for Walt. So we'll say Alfredo is
It's
second best album,
overall. Yeah.
and then Limbo goes
Alfredo is,
third.
that's number six for me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's hot. It's top two in me and Walt's list, and since Limbo is top three and you and Walt's list, we're gonna put Limbo. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing it like a ranking
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Limbo is because once again it's in three and one for Lou and three for Walt. And then I guess once we go into the next tier, we have to look at it and say that once we're in 4 through 5, probably be West Side. But I think those are the top three. We'll just do top three because I gotta go soon. But
Right.
and put the song. So
I'm
just
hungry.
top three. So top best album of the year is Reason, New Beginnings. 2 is Alfredo, and 3 is Limbo by Amine. So
Respect it.
I think that top three could go
That's a
anywhere.
solid top three, bro. As
That
far as
top
hip
three can
hop
go
albums,
anywhere. Exactly, bro.
Wait, say that one more
it's a
time.
strong,
The
strong
So
overall.
number
top three.
one is Reason, New Beginnings. Number two, Freddie Gibbs, An Alchemist, the Alfredo, and then you have third, Mine Limbo.
Very solid top three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So I just think we could list the songs real quick because we only got like 5 or 10 minutes to talk about them.
Word.
But for me, out of these projects, we could just go with let's name bottom three and then go bottom, middle, and then top again. So bottom three for me, 327 off of West Side Guns, Pray for Paris.
Mhm.
Shimmy off of 8 is number Shimmy off of Amine's project. Limbo, and then 7 is 1985 off of Alfredo.
You said the top three.
Okay.
Yeah, bottom three.
Bottom
That's my
three.
bottom three.
Right. You want to go Walt or what?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. It's I'll do Shimmy, by Amine. do Gray Area from Chains and Conk from Seba Capstan.
All right, bottom three for me is WWW by Konk. So I guess that's number nine. Number eight, I'm gonna say George Bondo off that Pray for Paris jump. And number seven, I'm gonna have to slide with that Frank Lucas, also off Alfredo actually.
All right, cool. And then for me, six is Pop Shit off of Reason featuring Schoolboy Q. It was tough between this joint and Flick It Up with Av. I was like, I gotta give all. I had to get a TDE feature in there. And then number five is Free from Conk, which that's just a beautiful song to me. It's just a mellow out track. And then number four is Fall from New Beginnings by Reason. I just thought content wise, beat wise, what he was talking about, it was just an important song. I just felt like it had to be in my top 9 for the year. You know, and like I said, I felt like I needed 2 off of Reason's joint because I just enjoyed it so much. So and that's it for my 6 through 4.
Okay, 6 to 4. Number 6, I'm gonna go with Mama off of Limbo. Again, everybody love their mama. It's a very sweet song, and I'm a softie, behind closed doors, especially for mama.
Yeah.
Number 5, I'm gonna have to slide that. Just based off content alone, I'm gonna have to give it to Reason for. Damn, it's so tough between Fall and I Can Make It. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with I Can Make It just because I like the bars on that joint.
So that's 5th.
Bars. Yeah, that's number 5 for me. I Can Make It. Number 4 for me, just because I literally cannot go to any party or anywhere without hearing this shit, is Dior by Pop Smoke. Like that shit bumps. It's a new sound that I haven't heard in hip hop because the beat is actually from the UK drill scene, and then his voice is what it is. That's a very New York accent he has, but the fact that his voice is also deep and raspy and menacing makes it a little bit different. Especially when hip hop is just like dominated by a bunch of high pitched niggas. So that's my number 4.
All right, well, you.
6 is Something to Rap About from Gibbs.
That's dope.
Really, really,
God
really
made me
love
sell
that
dope,
beat.
so I had something to rap about.
Man, something to rap about, man. And 5 is Ooh La La. Just the way that that LP comes in on that track, like it's hard to not, have an
Yeah.
earworm for it. And then 4 is 327. Just
Okay.
yeah, super laid back, but yeah.
All right. So, okay. And then number 3 for me is Ooh La La. Number 2 is Scotty Beam. And number 1 is Allah Sent Me from West Side Gun, Pray for Paris.
Word.
That's my number 1 song of the year. All right. So what's yours, Lou?
This top 3, okay. Number 3, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to I'm gonna give it to Reason. I'm about to get another one. I'm gonna give it to Stories I Forgot just cause, Beat Slap is bouncy. It's got that Kendrick Good Kid Mad City vibe to me, and this is basically just based off of repeatability. I'm gonna definitely play that joint again in the whip just because of bump. Number 2, I'm gonna go with School Trip off of Tweet the Fifth. Again, I'm gonna bump it. It's got a good vibe, top down, riding on the highway. And my number 1 song, just because I have played this shit over and over again, it's got to go to Woodlawn. I got a Mine joint because it's just bumps, catchy.
Yeah.
I just fucking love it. Shout out to me.
Well,
Word. All right. Number 3, Flick It Up by Reason. Oh
Look at that.
man. Number 2 is Got It On Me by Pop Smoke.
Hey,
I don't know. I really like violent records. Goodness.
I can tell, nigga. You wish you was selling dope?
but I want to so bad.
I feel you.
Man, like I'm this
Dreams of
close.
being a
This
dope boy.
close. Goodness. But last one is God is perfect because God is perfect.
Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Gangsta Gibbs.
Okay, cool. So based on this, I think something that made everyone's list
Was reason, right?
Reason.
Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense.
and I guess it has to be. Yeah, I think Reason is really the only nigga who got songs on all of our joints. Something I forgot, but none of us have the same song, so
Word.
yeah,
That's dope.
yeah,
That's more of a tough thing to
yeah.
determine.
That's a whole nother
Top
hour
songs.
conversation. Though.
That's all. Yeah.
But we can wrap this up. I think it was fun, man. I like this. I enjoyed this a lot. So um, let's wrap it up.
Word.
All right.
For my condiment.
Uh,
All right.
this nigga.
All right. This has been a Twin Podcast. I've been your host, Joel Morris.
Deuces, your other host, your favorite host, the sexiest host, Louis the 15th.
And this is your other host, Walt Red.
Peace. Thank you for
Peace,
watching.
peace.